How can we fix this Knicks team?
Take notes.
Big Meech! We're here.
I'm at Allen.
It's different this time.
What's up, guys?
First of all, sorry that we haven't taped for the last few games. I've been really busy, had some events. He's had some events. And I guess we didn't feel there was too much to talk about.
No, there was a lot to talk about, but we're busy. Life gets in the way. And the Knicks are getting in the way of my happiness right now. 6-7, bad loss to the Thunder. We're about to head on this road trip. Begley is reporting that a lot can happen at the end of this road trip. Who are you playing on this road trip? I know it's like
Golden State Warriors.
Golden State Warriors, the Jazz, the Nuggets are in there.
Somewhere in here.
Right? We got Utah
Denver.
tomorrow night. We got Denver, Golden State, Phoenix, OKC, who just beat us. So we could go 0-5. Is that going to be a good thing?
Well, if we go 0-5, I think some changes are going to have to be made,
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
That's what we kind of think. So you were even saying earlier that, if we go 0-5, that might be a good thing for us to make some drastic changes. What kind of drastic changes are you talking about?
Well, I think we're all talking about the coach. Now, some of the blame here definitely goes on the front office. Actually, a lot of the blame. With the trades, with the deals they made or didn't made, it's whatever. If they commit to something and they think something's going to work, then you have to see it on the court. Now, when it doesn't work, then you have to look back at the deals they didn't make. They're trusting Tibbs. They've let Tibbs run this for a while. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. The more I look at these games, the more we watch what's happening, the more we lose these leads, the more we allow teams to just shoot open three-pointer after open three-pointer. It feels more and more like the coaching is antiquated. Tibbs, not a defensive coach for this era.
Right.
And I feel like we're just suffering.
So you were saying that Tibbs, you feel, is like the defensive coach for like 2005.
Yep.
Which is when they weren't really scoring, not scoring threes back
Not
then,
like that.
how they are today.
Not like today.
So it's like he needs to have defense further into the court or further out from the court.
Rim, basically,
so
yeah.
no, I'm saying we need to be playing
we
defense
need that. Yeah.
further out, because yes, we're allowing these teams to score threes, and threes are going to very quickly bring up the points, right? And then once these teams, what I'm realizing is happening is that once these good teams come in and they get a nice, good, healthy lead on us, like a good 20-point lead early in the game, first quarter, second quarter, they never lose that lead. We might catch up and get within whatever, and then there may be a couple. There's that sweet period where, like, if we make those couple of 3-pointers, then we're good. But if we don't,
the fake Knicks come back.
The fake Knicks come back, and if we don't, then it doesn't work. So I would say that yes, Tibbs is going to need to start coaching this team to defend the three, and then offensively to make the three. Because if we could play and make threes as well as these other elite teams that are making threes are, then we can be in the game. Right now, we're kind of not in the game with them. It's almost like they're playing it's almost like our team is not allowed to score threes, but they are. So clearly they would have an advantage on us. And sometimes when you're looking at the game, it kind of looks that way, which obviously it's not, but it kind of looks that way. So
we're 29th in 3-point percentage. So that's almost last in the league.
So it looks that way.
In hitting the three.
We do need to learn to score threes, and we need to learn to defend threes. I think if we had a coaching system that was teaching these guys that, then we'd be in a different position. Because right now, mind you, having said that, right now, what are we? 1 below 500 is what we are?
True, but, we played... we beat Detroit, who aren't good at all, but we struggled through that game.
Right.
Right? It wasn't, it wasn't like we're handling... I mean, look, we're winning the games we're supposed to win and losing the games we're supposed to lose, but some of these games we're supposed to win are way closer than they should be. We're 6-7 now, but the way we're playing... We're not going to finish 40 and 42.
Right.
We're gonna end up finishing like 31 and something or 33 and something.
So what happened to my 50-point prediction?
The 50 win.
50-win prediction for the season. And that's
50
not
points is what we're going to give up in a quarter.
That's
what's
not
going to
happening.
happen. Yeah.
So before this last game, I was kind of saying, well, you know what? We're sort of a mediocre team. Like, we actually are playing okay. Like, we're good enough and we're hanging in there. But after this road trip, that may not be the case. So we talk about who we have to get rid of, right? And so yes, a lot of people are screaming, Tibbs. He's not coaching for this era. The guys are over him. He was good for that, those first few years, but now we've outgrown him as a team and we need someone new, which may very well be where we are. However, Tibbs is not the only person to blame, right? There are other guys on the team that we think probably need to go. Now, everyone's screaming Julius Randle, right? Julius Randle got his contract. He is kind of the face of the franchise in a way, or a very close second, right? But he's not a superstar. We know that. It doesn't seem like he is going to be a superstar. He seems like he could be a really valuable piece on a good team, on an already good team. He could be that strong power forward person. But for us, because we don't have a superstar on the team, sometimes it seems like too much of the burden is put on him, and he can't really handle that. Like, he's not a strong enough player to really handle the amount of load that we want to put on him. So in a way, it kind of seems like it's unfair to him because he doesn't have that superstar, because he is a number 2 or number 3 player. But it's really unfair because we're pushing him in the number 1 spot, but he can't take all of that.
Being really nice to Julius right now. I mean, to a degree, but Julius is also taking these shots. He's the one he's been here for 4 seasons, right? Bad first season, great second season, bad third season. We're in the 4th season now. He came here because we didn't get KD and Kyrie that fateful summer. So much to unpack there. But he's now had, you could technically say he's had 4 seasons, or 3 and a little bit of this one, as an opportunity to be the guy. It's not going to work. Mm-hmm. How many players that aren't as good as, how many players that at Randle's level are given that much time to see if they can be the main guy?
Right.
It's not that, like I said, sometimes he doesn't do the little things. I know he's been working on his meditating, and you can see some things working, but then he's playing poor defense too often. He's still taking some really bad shots. He has this double, triple pump fake shot he likes to take, or when he jumps in the air to make a pass. He has some bad habits that he just won't cut out. He doesn't focus as much as he should. So, and we need to play Obi. Not just that, we need to get Randle out of RJ's way. RJ, you see, last game, 4 points. I don't know how Tibbs benches him for the entire. That is just ridiculous. Evan Fournier is out there, another player we're going to talk about. Fournier is doing absolutely nothing, and you bench RJ.
So Evan Fournier 1,000% needs to go. There's no reason for him to be on the team whatsoever. He scores those couple threes here and there, but it's completely useless for us as a team unit that we're building, because he's not part of the growth and development, and he's not part of the build to me. Just another thing on Julius Randle really quick. They've already invested in him. So it's kind of like, we know he's probably not going anywhere, because they have already, the front office, it seems to me, they've already invested in him and given him his contract and given him his money. So I don't see them now backpedaling.
That's the thing with Julius. Now, there are some rumors, very fake, but some Miami rumors, which would be great. I could see. I know Julius goes to Miami.
Who do you want from Miami? Not a trade. Not a trade.
No, it will be a trade. We would get back. I don't know. We'll see. I saw a trade with Kyle Lowry and Oladipo. The thing is, and how I feel about Randle and everything is, yes, they've committed to him, but you don't want to stick to a mistake if it's a mistake, right? Then you're just extending the mistake. I think
Get divorced. We won the divorce. We know it's only 3 years, but we won the divorce. We're done.
I feel like this team needs to kind of hit, not a full reset button, but we've kind of built up these expectations. That year where we went so far, it built up these kind of false expectations for this team. We're still a rebuilding team, right? And we've been masquerading as like a playoff team.
We still wear masks.
Right. You get Randle out of here, you get Fournier out of here, you get Derrick Rose out of here. I know Rose has been complaining a little bit. I do not hate Derrick Rose. I really appreciate what he's done. I will always love Derrick Rose as a player, but honestly, with what's going on with his team right now, he should go play for a contender. This year, he's not been playing that well. I just think it makes sense to get these 3 guys out of here, kind of lower expectations a bit. Let's get a young team running out there. Cam Reddish, look how good Cam Reddish has been playing, right?
He's been playing so well. I really like him a lot now. Like, initially, I think I told you guys that I felt he was playing a little lackadaisical. Like, I didn't see that, like, extra hard, like, energy, and I'm seeing it now, boy. I'm seeing
Cam has it.
He has it.
He's that guy.
And when he's motivated, he's got it.
You saw that last game against the Thunder, and I want to see Brunson. I want to see Reddish. I want to see Grimes. We held Grimes out of trades all summer. Tibbs is hardly playing him, right? He's playing Fournier more. So I want to see Grimes, Brunson, Reddish, RJ, IQ quickly's been balling out. Obi,
What
let's
about
Jericho Sims, Mitch Robinson. But that's what I'm saying. Let's get these guys out there. Mitch is injured right now.
Right.
I feel like it's hard to, you can't really say anything about him being injured.
Right.
Obviously, we don't want to see these injuries again.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be critical of Mitch. I am critical of how he kind of started the season after what we saw in preseason. We were really excited for that step up. Now, he's injured, which we've seen. It's the same old story, but I'm going to reserve a little bit of judgment. Let him come back. Let's see what he does. But I feel like you got to get rid of some of the older guys on this team. Let's just get the young guys out there. Here's my thing.
Seems like a record. We're saying the same thing again. We're
always
saying, let the young guys play. Let the young guys play.
Is what it is.
It's like a broken record.
It is what it is. Johnny Bryant, let's get him in there. Right? It's time.
You want to see him as a head coach,
Johnny
right?
Bryant as a head coach. Get these 3 guys out of there. And let's get the young guys play this season. I'll be happy with that. You see, this is the thing with how we're losing these games and the process, right? The results versus the process is always where you're looking at in the NBA. We can lose games, but you can see something building. You know, it's a good example of this. The OKC Thunder. You can see them. They don't have an amazing record. I think after they beat us, they were 6-7 as well, right? So it's not as if they're out here winning all these games, but you watch them play basketball and you see building blocks. With us, you see some of it, right? When you see that IQ and Obi combination, you see RJ, how he's been playing before the last game, the past few games. You see what Brunson has brought to the team. Cam Reddish developing now. You see these bits and pieces, but it's just not all coming together. And I just don't think I got to this point. I just don't know if Tibbs is going to do it. I don't think Tibbs is the guy.
So, if we lose these 4 games on the road...
5, right? It's 5?
4 or 5, I don't know. But if we lose these...
5.
5?
Yeah.
5? Damn. If we lose these 5 games in a row... And I guess, does it also depend on how badly we lose them?
Yeah,
if we lose
for
by
sure,
a point, then it's like, we were right up there, we lost by a point. But a loss is still a loss at the end of the day, and it's still going to count as to where we end up falling in the lineup. You know, we're probably not making the playoffs is how it's going to look right now, but maybe it's too early in the season to say that. It looks then like, yes, we need to get a new coach. And you said something to me the other day, kind of a way out there hot take on
We're not bringing that up.
On this particular superstar.
I put it back.
We can get? You pulling it back? All right.
I put it back.
He's from the Lakers, by the way.
I was at a hot take when the Lakers were 2-10. I'll say it.
Okay.
The hot take. This to me would be such a step backwards for what I really think we need to do.
Right.
And it would be Leon Rose kind of going all in. Now, real quick, I just want to say this. The superstar that we didn't trade for, Donovan Mitchell, is doing incredible. Right. But the next guy that's supposed to be next up killed us. Mr. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, goodness.
And listen, he had a live show in front of those guys at the Garden. You saw what he put on Instagram?
No, I did not.
He said, "I'm at the Garden, give me my flowers." So I respect that. He balled out. He killed it. I would love a trade for SGA. But the hot take trade I had was if the Lakers end up like 4-19 or like just something ridiculous. What if LeBron
finally decides to come to New York?
What if Leon Rose is just like in a panic mode trying to build some excitement? I don't want this to happen, but the thought was out there. If this happens, you can print back this video and I'll look like Terry Stradamus or whatever. But look, just want to bring up some stats. You know, so far we are 12th in points per game. But we're 25th in points allowed. We are letting team just go one over us.
All over us.
It's like it doesn't matter.
That's the 3-point game again.
Yeah, they're just killing us. It's killing us. It's disgusting to watch. Even games like I said, the Detroit game, which I was at, we should have put that. We were up by so much, and somehow ends up being a tight game, right? And Alec Burks almost hit a 3 that could have tied it up. So it just these losses. I just feel like maybe Tibbs isn't getting through to these guys anymore. Let's freshen up the team. Let's get rid of some of this dead weight. I would be so excited to watch this team. You get rid of a couple of those guys, and I'm watching these kids go out there and ball. And we've had talks about having the kids play in the past, like you mentioned. But these kids are much better than some of the versions of kids we've seen.
Yes.
Right? To be honest, we probably win more games.
Yeah, we probably win more games. And talking about kids we got in the past, as much as we love Frank Ntilikina,
Kevin Knox.
I'm looking at like drafts, like those are high draft picks that we had that we totally wasted. It seems like a waste of time and money when the team could have been building very differently. And I'm looking at their counterparts that are playing across the league that are so good. And I'm like, damn, like that's who we were supposed to have on the team. It's almost like we have a curse Like New York has a curse, not as bad as the Nets curse, mind you.
They're playing good now. Kyrie's been out, they've been balling out. They blew us out.
Shit.
All right.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Road trip coming.
Road trip, let's see what happens.
Let us know, guys, in the comments. What do you think our record's going to be?
For the road trip.
I'm kind of, at this point, I'm like, listen, they somehow get together and they win games. Great, I guess.
Right.
If they lose games, then I'm like, all right, because I feel like this whole Tibbs thing is inevitable. Right? Even if it doesn't happen now, it's going to happen at some point. I'm just not seeing this whole thing magically turning around. And like I said, Randall's been given 3 years and some change now to really show, hey, I'm the guy.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault. He's not the guy. And I feel like you remove Randall from the situation, RJ is going to take another step forward, and he'll be more comfortable. I think you're looking at RJ and Cam Reddish and Brunson as the three in the backcourt.
Okay.
Obi, and then if it's iHeart or Mitch,
We still need a superstar.
Yeah.
The bottom line is you need a superstar.
I know, but I feel like at least we do that, right? We're gonna get these guys more playing time. They'll look better. If you want to package some and trade it, it's more possible. We do need a superstar though, but I just don't know if the coaching is there at all right now.
Oh well, let's see where we are after this road trip, and we'll pick it up from there.
Yes, we will. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.